something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with rock.
Alright, I'm just gonna play that on low, but I'm sorry, the 60s and 70s, I've lived around for a long time, centuries, and in fact, and the 60s and 70s definitely knew where it was at. Sorry, I just thought we should kick this off with like a little music. I don't know, just kick it, old school. Hi again to everyone that didn't meet me in my last video. My name is Miss May. Again, disclaimer, I'm not an alien from outer space. I am a witch, a gypsy witch. So, Miss Wicked Witches, again, we're not going to say her real name. But second cousin twice removed. So I'm kind of on my own. I've been going around to different countries around the world, and I have kind of stumbled upon America and have stayed there for a while now, only because they're the youngest country, and I see a lot of arrogance and aggression. So I just kind of wanted to address a couple things. What I find very fascinating about the politics in this country, and the reason why I love being green is, one, my witchery allows me to be a messenger for Mother Earth, and the world needs more green. It's sad that has been this past histories of welfare versus warfare, and I feel like there's a paradigm, a shift that's coming in this new age of 2020, and I just kind of wanted to bring some of thoughts to help Mother Earth kind of speak out, because she's kind of getting lost in the translation. So I would like to pose just something out there. We all know that the history of the founding fathers in America went back and started the industrial era back in the, I would have to Google it, but 1800s, early 1900s, very long time ago. And the industrial era, though it still is going, it kind of tapered off, or layered off, as you could say, once technology and the digital era came. So that was about 1970s. I saw the documentary General Magic. But I would like to present universal magic. So this digital tech era has been going since the 70s and 80s, and what I find fascinating about the politics that are going on is they're talking about semantics of who's better, the Democrats and the Republicans, when nobody's talking about what the next era in our world is going to be. And I think I kind of found it. So I'd like to share. This looks like a lot, but trust me, we're going to go through this together. So this is my, I want to say, not treasure map, but like road map to life. So I first wrote on here, the self-reform era. I think with all the products that has come out of the industrial era, and with, back then it was the Wild Wild West, and now it's the Wild Wild Web. So now we need to scale it back and look more internal. So I wanted to create in this course, this is called the triangles of life. Triangles are very powerful. Most would represent, in very advanced countries, a lot of them recognize the third eye, which is a sixth sense, which is, I like to consider myself a visionary physicists, and believe in spirituality and the soul and the third eye and that intuition that a lot of us has lost in this time. I mean, even me. just being around people can cause me to, kind of lose that touch as well. So the first triangle that we are going to go through is the balance triangle. This is the first one. I've heard a lot of awesome songs, especially one called Me, Myself, and I. I being the ego, which is what most of sociology is taught. Then you have me, and then you have myself. The balance of all of these leads to a journey of awakening and self-discovery, leading to self-advocating, leading to self-acceptance, because it all starts within us. Again, even though we're all independent, we're all interconnected, all same energy, positive and negative. I've heard a lot of people, especially watching the news, saying, well, why is there bad? And it's like, or evil or negative, and it's like, you have to have the bad to appreciate the good, otherwise everything would be neutral. Hence the yin and yang theory. There has to be that balance. So with these, I like to say that the I is anybody's given name, the name that they are given at birth. Me has a tendency of being somebody's nickname. And then myself, which a lot of people have lost due to the lack of, I guess, reality. I don't know. We're figuring this out together. I'm not sitting here saying that I know all to be all, but I'm just getting people to open up, to get the wheels turning, to look at something from a different perspective. I'm not trying to change anyone. I can't. Even though I do have magical powers. But anyways, so myself could be seen as an alter ego. Something that you, in your mind, if you're very introverted, maybe your alter ego is very extroverted. And they usually typically have a different name. A lot of times that could be imaginary friends, especially when we were kids. But as we all know, kids grow to adults and lose that sense of playfulness and imagination. What's funny is we always talk about, I've heard throughout the centuries, what if? What if, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if? What's funny is the word if you make it an acronym, it's imaginary friends. And I remember the movie back in I think it was the 90s or the 80s. It was called Cool World. And you had imaginary characters that were your friends. I hang out with Rick and Morty all the time. They're part of my crew, the awesome club. Let's do this, Okay, sorry, I'm ranting. So, we'll get into colors here in a little bit, but if you move over to this triangle, this is the second triangle. I don't know if anybody's watched the movie, I'm totally spacing. That is what we call a brain fart, ladies and gentlemen. Well, anyways, it'll come to me. The next triangle is of emotions. And what's funny is you take emotions, and E is energy in motion. So, what is that movie? I'm such a dork. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to Google this. I just did movie with joy. Inside Out. Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez, wow, that was woohoo, really hurting my brain right there. Okay, anyways. So you have joy, sadness, and anger. What I've noticed, the mental health, especially in America, a lot of people live in sadness, which is depression, once it's in a chronic state. Again, I'm not saying that I am the end all to be all on this, but this is just from my perspective. Then you have anger, which could lead to rage, and joy leads to happiness. So it's, everything's balanced, but this is energy. They also, in the movie, Inside Out, have disgust and fear, which we can touch on those later. The biggest one I want to talk about is depression. And if you notice at the end of depress, there's ion, which is energy. It's atoms, elements. So I found that really interesting in our little word magic game, our little wordology that we're building together. So I kind of like in this map, boop, 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 kind of brought it over here because I noticed a play on words with depression, compression, decompression. I've been watching the history of America, and in the rat race that they call the American Dream, there's like no time for anybody to decompress. And I've been in California for a while, but I was in New York for a little bit. What up, Brooklyn? And I found that there is no time for decompressing. It's literally a race. And we're all rats, and it sucks. But if you don't want to be a rat and you're going to be like, I'm the turtle or the hare, everybody's the hare. Everybody wants to be the hare. But what's funny is the turtle, the way that you slow it down allows you to be in the present moment rather than racing and being the hare. So just something to think about, So then you come back down here, and this is the third triangle. The third triangle is about the mind, because mindset is everything. And it's hard to balance these, but also sometimes we get lost in one part of the triangle rather than incorporating and understanding all of them. So at the top I have conscious, which is what I am right now. Unconscious, which is, I sleep too. So when you're sleeping, or if if somebody tries to punch me and I get knocked out unconscious, that hasn't happened in a really long time. So, and then you have your subconscious, which they all play together, especially in sleep. That sleep is a main decompression, but it's also allowing you to process what's going on. So, when there are failures, when there are mistakes, we can look at them as lessons. We can go more into that, but we got to move on because I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. Okay, so this is number 4. This is a very good use of Mother Nature. She loves this one. I put T for truth because this is the truth, not only in the environment, but this also needs to go for an array of things. So recycle, reduce, reuse. Consignment shops are great at this with vintage clothing. Everything cycles back again, so, maybe bell bottoms aren't cool now, but who knows in 30 years, So above this, I liked to put time. The word time is very important to everybody, because everybody needs to balance time. And it seems like the balance is time and money, which I feel like right now, time's on the bottom and money's on top in America, and it's sad to see because time is more important. And what's funny is if you read it backwards, time is emit, which is very interesting. And if you take that word emit and kind of just mix it up, it creates the word item, which is funny because it's like it, and backwards it's me. But item is products. People as living beings hold value, not in items, not in the biggest toys, not in how much money you have, but, you know, instead of creating more items and creating more money, like, what if, you know, we stopped it and just utilized what we had? I don't know. And then maybe barter it, negotiate like they used to back in the day, and possibly make more of the focus not on the industrial era, but the tech era can move us forward to help the environment again. Because she's screaming. I mean, these heat waves, these tornadoes, these natural disasters, you know, it's happening because it's getting destroyed. What's funny is I'm watching documentaries about the rainforest being killed, and then I go visit the rainforest on my broom, and I see that they're taking away oxygen. And it's just for, I don't know, for items, and it just makes me sad, or for something else. But they need to be there. Okay, so we're gonna skip this for a second, and we're gonna go to actually I'm gonna save the last one. We're gonna go to this one. What's funny is I took the word now. Like, the change is now. We need to do something, all of us together, all living beings, now. And if you reverse it, it's the word one. Which I find, you know, could be coincidence, I can't even say that word. But I think it's relevant, and I think it's special. And I think that's the universe telling us, because if you mix up those words, you get the word own. So, like, we can do this, like, own your time now. If we emit items, we've won. I don't know, like, whatever. You know what I mean? It can be in any shape or form. Okay, actually, before I go over the last triangle, I'm going to go over this. This is really funny because the world uses the, you know, north, south, east, and west. And so I did that. I wrote north, east, west, south. And what was funny is if you connect another quodinkadink, I still can't say it, coincidence, I don't know, is if you follow the letters, it's new. If you add the south to the new, okay, you get news. America, are you ready to wake up? Because we need new news. Like, the only news I watch in America, I'm sorry everybody, but is Jon Stewart, Bill Maher, Stephen Colbert, because at least they're giving it to us in a humorous way. Laughter is the best medicine, and I'm not discounting any medicines. Weed or prescription drugs otherwise. But it's important to have new news that's relevant. Not just about colors. I see the world as purple. Everybody's purple. Everybody's yellow. You guys are so worried about white, black, and brown. Like, who cares? It's semantics. You guys are wasting time. Like, you're looking at it semantics, like little things, when we could be looking at changing systems, looking at things systematically. But you're so fixated on that it's sad. I mean, I haven't shown myself because I would be an alien or a witch, and they burned witches. I mean, I don't know what you guys are going to do to me today, but that's why I'm hiding. So, anyways. But I'm sick of being silent. SMP, Silent Magical Protest, is dancing and singing and movies and music and being artistic impressionists again. That's going to make the world a better place. That's going to change the game and change education. So here, this triangle is about a movement about mass, body mass, but we need something like massive. So we need all the bodies, all the mass to make a massive movement, which is a revolution. And again, I'm making another movie reference because if you guys haven't watched Moulin Rouge, in the 1800s, 1890s, they did a Bohemian Revolution, and it had three things. Freedom, truth, and beauty. That's all. That's all it needs. And I would much rather see people of this world go through a revolution than another war. Because look where that gets you guys. Nowhere. It's really sad. So anyways, it starts with you. And what's funny is if you put your on there and then drop the Y, it's our. I don't know. Again, also, could be a quidinkadink. I feel like it's relevant. We're all living beings. We're all a force of life. Okay? Then you have you. We have a future cause. The environment. Good old Mother Nature. Okay? Speaking to all the sisters. All the brothers. I know that everybody is separate in their own independent families. But families and families can come together with families. I don't know, but future cause. And what's funny is all you need is a new opportunity. And we can make that opportunity. We all have the capabilities, no matter what level we are at, to do this. And what's funny is in the word opportunity is unity. That's crazy. That's crazy cool. Okay? There's no more crazy. There's no more insane. I'd rather be insane than sane. Everybody's like, I want everything to go back to normal. This whole COVID thing has happened for a reason. Mother Earth is angry. And I know that that's hard to hear. And my condolences go out to everybody that has lost. But we have all lost at some point in our lives. Everybody has experienced tragedy. So let's make the future better and brighter with the light that everybody has inside of them, that energy, those ions. Like, let's get things moving. One last thing is, are you ready? Which is funny. Ready has the word read in it. Everybody needs to read. And if you don't, people need to help people read. Or, I don't know, we can just do like cool, funny faces. But we can talk to each other without words. Body language is an amazing way to communicate. Sign language is amazing. Sorry, I'm going off on a rant. Last thing is heart and breath. Heart, breath. If you rearrange the letters in those words, they say earth. We are a part of earth. Earth is a part of us. The world is what we perceive it to be. Because everybody's in their own world. So, what are you going to do, America? It's got to start with the youngest and then get to the oldest. Because they have it way better than we do. And I'm here to help you, America. We got to get this moving. Alright. This is Miss May signing out. And it's not goodbye. It's just so long for now. Please check out my next post. It will be coming soon. And I'm not going to tell you what the topic is yet. Alright, thanks guys. But I know that there is going to be 5 different topics that I'm going to be discussing. Today was the triangles of life. So thank you so much for being with me. I hope to hear from everybody soon. And let's get on this Bohemian Revolution. Peace. Peace. This was like the 60s piece, wasn't it? Okay, well, we'll have that conversation. I'll bring that up next time. Okay, bye guys. Or bye everyone.